Welcome to another episode of Mindset Motivation Videos, where I give you mindset strategies and mental tools to become a true champion for life. So, one of my favorite songs of all time, and I'm sure you've heard of it, it's Lose Yourself by Eminem. And in the opening lyrics, it talks about seizing the opportunity, where if you had one shot, one opportunity, would you capture it or just let it slip? And although they're great lyrics, it stands for something a lot more, a lot deeper. And when you take it into life, we really only get 3 or 4 chances to really prove ourselves, to let the world know that we're here to stay, that get our name out there. And in an ocean of seconds and opportunities and life events, 3 or 4 chances isn't very much. And if you take that to the perspective of wrestling, for me, you train all season long for 6 months to get one national championship shot. 7 minutes. If you succeed in that 7 minutes, a whole world of new opportunities open up for you. But if you fail, then you have to go back to the drawing board, train for a whole another year to get that opportunity again. And while there's nothing wrong with that, time is a limited resource. Time is something that we don't get enough of. And so, how do you seize those opportunities where they are? How do you slay that dragon now rather than continue to chase after it and then accomplish it later? And it ultimately comes down to 2 things: preparation and presence. Before I start talking about those, think about one thing. What is your biggest obstacle you know of when you're faced with that huge opportunity, that life-changing opportunity? And I think I speak for everyone when I say that it is confidence. It is confidence in your capabilities, that you are enough to succeed here, that you are enough to move on to that next step. Because I have watched a bunch of national championship matches, and it seems like a lot of guys get in there and they just kind of clinch up. Like, they don't really open up and show who they are. And that's not because they aren't good or because their abilities aren't up there. It's because they're afraid. They're afraid that maybe their training isn't good enough, and they're very secure with their risks. You don't want to take a lot of risks. You hear that all the time. But if you prepare enough, this is the first part, preparation. If you prepare all the time for that opportunity, whenever it comes, you will always succeed because your abilities are up there. Your abilities are enough if you know your preparation is there. And if you don't think your preparation is good enough, that is something you can do right now. You can make your preparation good enough. If for that national title match you don't think your technique's good enough to take down that number 1 guy, well, you have 6 months to make your technique good enough. You have 6 months to prepare for that one moment, that 7-minute match. But there's another aspect to it, that confidence. And preparation gives you confidence, but what about all the doubt you feel? The doubt you feel of, what if I'm not good enough? What if this move won't work? What if my preparation isn't quite what it needs to be? Or what if I just freeze up and I don't succeed here, and then I have to wait another chance? And sometimes those chances don't come. If you run into somebody and have an elevator conversation with somebody super influential, that conversation might never happen again. So what do? How do you maintain confidence despite all of that doubt within yourself, which also might be from an external source? And it comes down to presence, being 100% in that moment, regardless of everything else that's happening. And I think we're all taught that when you start to feel doubt, that you just need to push it away. Push it away. But how can you push something away and give yourself positive affirmations on the other hand, I don't have enough hands to actually do what I need to do. I'm too busy doing other things. So in order to do what I need to do, I'm going to use my mental skills. And the way that I have done this and the way that I teach others to do this is you picture the doubt, picture all of your anxieties about this thing, and put it into this image. This, it doesn't even have to be a concrete image, just something that you can feel, and then distance yourself from it. Distance yourself from it. You're not pushing it away, you're putting it in a box and creating space between it. And then picture it as an island way out there in the ocean. Now it's not as powerful. It's still there, but it's definitely not as powerful because it's miles and miles away. So I can do what I need to do and not be affected by that island because it's not even around. And that is the ability to be present in the moment, but still have that doubt there. It's just not overpowering me because I put it on that island using my head. So again, seizing the opportunity. Two things. Be prepared, ultimately prepared, and be present. Work on that mental skill that I just talked about. Work on those mental skills to be able to package all of those thoughts, that anxiety, and distance yourself from it. Create an island with it and deal with it at another time to give yourself the best possible chance of success right now. This is episode 12 of Mindset Motivation Videos. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you can use these skills that I taught.